Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy's show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this right here is the one and only Tom Clark's Main Event. What's up, kids? Welcome back to the program. Happy Friday to you. Hope you and yours are doing freaking fantastic. It's really good to see you guys today. How's your week been? It's been fairly good for yours truly. Nothing much to complain about on this end. Lots of stuff happening professionally. Lots of stuff happening from a business perspective. Things I can't really get into right now, if I'm being honest with you. But never you fear. When the time is right, I'll be able to tell you guys and gals all about it. Hopefully one of these days I'll have some good news to share with friends, family, colleagues, things of that nature. But yeah, lots of things happening for yours truly. No time like the present to get some things done in this life, right? Time's ticking for all of us, kids. So yeah, it's again, happy Friday to you. This could potentially become a very somber episode. I don't need it to be that way. I don't know that you guys need it to be that way, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think it's necessary, if I'm being real. I think that the gentleman we're going to talk about quite a bit today maybe wouldn't have wanted it that way, if I'm being honest with you. So maybe we won't go that route, but we are going to pay respects to somebody today, and you guys know who I'm talking about. Before we get cranking here today, kids, let's say some hellos. Sugar Shane Odom in the house today. How are you doing, my friend? The Dudes at Ringside Wrestling Podcast. Go check out Joe Panther and Lance Bader. Great guys, great show. I appreciate you watching, dudes. Very cool of you. Jumpin' Jeff Sharma, how you doing? Shannon, what's going on? Ray all day. Ray, it wasn't the same show without you last week. You missed Tina Miller. But it was your wife's birthday last week. My birthday is coming up Monday. So hope the cards are in the mail. I accept cash. Buy a shirt. I'm just saying. So yeah. Yes, sir, Toby. I appreciate you. We'll get there, my friend. Tina, how are you doing? Good to see you. Carlos Martinez, how you doing? What's up, Liam? How you doing, my friend? Josh, how you doing? Chris, yes, sir. We'll get there for sure. Guten Tag, Sandy in Germany. Hey, yo, indeed, for sure. Reggie, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Timothy, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Thanks for tagging along as always. You guys are the best. Robbie, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Alma, I want everybody, if they will, to go check out Alma Clark's Facebook page. She posted a very lengthy tribute to the man we're getting ready to talk about. So please do yourselves a favor and go read it. It's heartfelt. It's very good. Alma, I appreciate you. And yeah, everybody go check her out. And if you haven't sent a friend request, please do that, my friends. Very important. What's going on, dude? Good to see you. E's mom's birthday was yesterday. Congratulations. Happy birthday to mom. On St. Patty's Day. There you go. Will already throwing some hate Cameron Grimes' way. You can take that hate and check it at the door, because me and Cameron are having nothing to do with it. How's my hair? Am I okay? I'm so vain. Chad, too bad. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. Let's go ahead and kick this thing off today. What I would like today, if that's okay with you kids, I would love for today to be, and I talked about it in the tease for the show, that this could become sort of a tribute. We don't have to spend the entire hour on it, or we can. It's whatever you guys and gals want to do. Let's talk about the man right now. As we all know, former Intercontinental Champion, former Tag Team Champion, the late, great Scott Hall, passed away this week, unfortunately. Very, very sudden. No one saw it coming, least of which was his family, his friends, and his fans, of course. Kids, as we talk about this here today, if you would, it would mean loads to me. Hit the like button and please share this. There, you could have friends on Facebook who were fans of Scott Hall that maybe don't know about the main event. Maybe they'd like to chime in. If everybody could share the link and hit the like button for me, I would very much appreciate it. I think it's time to spread the good word of who this guy was as a person. Scott had a lot of demons. He made no mystery, made no secrets about it. A lot of times those demons were on full display for the whole world to see. Unfortunately for him, there's a lot of footage out there. I'm not going to direct you to any of it because what's done is done. The past is the past now. Okay. So I think moving forward, there are lessons that can be learned from Scott's situation. And I'm gonna give me a minute before I start taking comments if you guys and gals want to indulge me. For anybody that's watched the show here on any a given amount of time, you know what's up. If you haven't, I'm Tom. This is my show. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I lost my sister a couple of years ago. It was December 12th, 2019. I sat in this very chair with a Santa Claus hat on not 2 weeks afterward, crying like a baby. Still not over it. I'm still not over it, by the way. My sister passed because she couldn't get over her demons. She couldn't get past it. She tried. She couldn't get past it. If you have someone in your life who can't get past it, do not beat that person up, because I promise you they don't want this. Scott didn't want it either. I don't know Scott, never met him, but I'll tell you this. I've never heard of anyone who wanted that outcome. Okay? Ever. Maybe you're watching today and you have demons. I feel like I'm in a Baptist church. Come to the altar, my friends. Maybe you're here today and you've got demons. It is not too late. Okay? It's not too late. You tuned in for wrestling, you're getting tears. I don't care. If there's anything people can learn from Eddie Kingston, it's not too late. It's too late now for people who are no longer with us. It's too late for my sister. She can't fix it now. It's not too late. Reach out. I guarantee you someone in your life cares enough to listen. All right? And if Scott Hall could be here today, I think he would probably tell you the same thing. It's not too late. If you can take anything from what Scott went through in his life, take this. There's always a way out. And it doesn't have to be the hard way out. There's ways to come back from this. Scott came back from it. From all reports that we've heard the past couple of years, Scott got himself cleaned up, and his life was better. His quality of life was so much better. I'm happy for that. I'm happy for his family. They got to get their father back again. They got to get their brother, their son. I mean, everything in between, their uncle, whoever, you know what I mean? Whatever he was to them, their best friend. It's important, kids. Listen, it is not too late. As long as you're on this side of the earth, it is not too late. If you know somebody struggling, whether it's alcohol or anything else, for God's sake, reach out. You could be their lifeline. I won't make any "who wants to be a millionaire" joke either. It's the first thing you thought of, wasn't it? You could be their lifeline. All right? Be someone's lifeline. You can make the difference between that person being here today or being gone tomorrow. I had no idea this was going to hit me this way. I apologize. You didn't tune in for that. I'm sorry. I hesitate to look at the comments. What's this blubbering idiot doing, you friggin' moron? I came here for the wrestling. You suck. There you go. I see a lot of hey yos. You guys are awesome. Chad, too bad. When I saw Scott Hall's show up on WCW, I thought he was a spy for WWE. Same here. Little did I know that he and Kevin Nash and Hulk Hogan would change the face of wrestling. I want you guys to give me your favorite Scott Hall memories. What is it that you guys want to talk about? Tina, I won't put your comment on the screen unless you'd like me to. Tina, if you'd like me to, I will. I feel you. It sucks. It sucks because you can't fix it for them. And to get them in a place where they want to fix it, it's a long, hard road to get them there. All my best to you and your family. And I hope that nothing but the best outcome for you. Shan says, I feel you. I've lost 2 cousins to those demons. I got to stop doing that. Thank you, E, for what you said. All right, back to Scott. I'm so sorry. It's all about Tom. Ray says the latter matches with HBK were incredible. He was awesome. Whew. Sorry his demons got him. We've all been down. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, man. Yeah, Brett, that's the word, is that he had hip replacement and complications. Good news for Scott and his family. The demons didn't get him. Okay? They lost. You understand? I'm not a big religious guy. In fact, I have no religion. Can I be straight with you? I don't have any. But that's me. That doesn't have to be you. I have no religion, all right? I got nothing. I got nothing for you. But all I know is if you want to talk about a literal fight between the forces of whatever pulling you down or whatever, they lost. Good news for Scott Hall. They lost. He did not lose. Tim says Scott Hall was one of the guys I started watching wrestling. Scott, dude, here was my first experience with Scott Hall, Big Scott Hall in AWA, the AWA. Tag team partner of Kurt Hennig. They called him Magnum Scott Hall for a while. I had made the comment on Twitter one day that because Scott Hall did a quick question and answer on Twitter one day, and I reached out and said, "Who came up with the Magnum nickname?" And he said some, and he cursed, right? He said some dumb announcer started giving that to me. He's like, "I never called myself that," because if you look at old pictures of Scott Hall, he looks like Magnum TA. Well, and Magnum TA looked like Magnum PI. So, thank you, Tom Selleck, for giving us 2 pro wrestling gimmicks. Toby, thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And Toby, you're right. You're right, Toby. It's not just the person that deals with it. It's their whole family. Everyone goes through it together. That's the hardest part. Sugar Shane says, from old school fans, Scott Hall and Kurt Hennig was a great tag. I agree. Their battles of Buddy Rose and Doug Summers were classic. Please go check. Yeah, absolutely. I endorse that. I endorse that message. He was great. Scott Hall was massive. Go back and look at those old black and white pictures, dude. He was massive. You know what I'm going to do? I should have had it queued up. My apologies. If you guys have never seen this, trust me, you're in for a treat because, oh, my God. It is insane, dude. La, 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 la. Patience, kids. Patience. It's a virtue. You get me? It's a virtue. Hold on. Bam. And are you ready? Hold on. Everybody be patient. Would you just be patient? Come on. Be patient. Ready? There he is, kids. AWA World Tag Team Champion Big Scott Hall next to his tag team partner, Kurt Hennig. That's how I knew Kurt before he ever became Mr. Perfect. That's how I knew Big Scott Hall before he ever became Razor Ramon. It's funny because a really, really good friend of mine, shout out to Mick Ramsey, by the way, a really, really good friend of mine back in the day, we're watching and we see this Razor Ramon character on WWF. And I'm like, God, who is that? And he had like the same thing. We're like, God, who is this? You got to remember, kids, this is before internet. Really, okay? Wrestling magazines were all we had. This is back in the days of tape traders. And I'm like, who is that? It's like, dude, wait a minute. Is that? No, is that him? And we put it together and said, oh my God, I think that's Scott Hall. So, you know, the discovery of who Razor Ramon truly was, that was awesome. That was awesome. So yeah, there you go, kids. If you've never seen it before, he's saying I got to get a hey yo button. I should totally do that. I should totally do that. Chris says Razor versus Michael's ladder match and when he crossed in WCW. Good stuff. Good stuff. Cherie wishing me a happy early birthday. Thank you, Cherie. Make me a cake. Shannon, thank you for saying that. I appreciate you. Yeah, Carlos, 3 heart attacks in the same day is yeah. Robbie, I'm reading your message, my friend. I'm not gonna put it up on the screen because it's gonna. I don't want to be a basket of tears again. But I thank you for what you said. Yeah. Yeah, Chris, I don't want to go there. I don't want to put, no offense, brother. I don't want to put that up. I don't want us to get too graphic here or anything. Everybody reach out to Alma. Send her some good vibes, please, if you will. It'd be much appreciated. What's up, Chad? How you doing, my friend? Oh, Thomas. Hello from Salisbury, Maryland. I was lucky to meet Thomas. First of all, welcome to the show. I was lucky to meet Scott Hall. Thomas, tell me about it. Tell us about it. How'd it go? How was he? How long ago was it? Have any of you ever met Scott and got his autograph or shook his hand or had a picture with him? I want to hear it. Reggie pointed out he was a diamond stud. Absolutely, he was. Absolutely. Elvis talking about if people don't like, they can kiss my grits. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. We won't talk about the Vikings. I'm not going to make you talk about it. Stefan, excellent point. Scott Hall made it cool to be a bad guy. 150%. 150%. Marcus, I would submit it wouldn't be the NWO without. Yeah, 100%. Man, it's Scott Hall made the thing work. You could argue that the third member didn't have to be Hogan. Third member could have been Sting. It was supposed to have been Sting. Did you know? Hogan wasn't totally on board. It's going to be Sting. Can I be honest with you? That would have been a dark and sinister NWO. No smiles and jokes and nonsense. In my opinion, the Crow gimmick would have happened anyway because Scott's the one that gave it to Steve Borden to begin with. I'm just saying, without Scott Hall's word, Sting doesn't become the Crow. There you go, baby. Let's see. Who else we got? Scott Larson, hashtag Truth Podcast. I endorse so many podcasts here on the show. Sometimes I lose track, but thank you, my friend, for watching. Ray says, happy 15th birthday. You guys get ridiculous with the age, but I'll take it. Jamel in Vegas. What's up, my friend? Everybody, please welcome Ghazi to the podcast. He's the star of High Velocity Wrestling. He's the reason I used to have a toothpick in my mouth walking around school. Oh, that's great. See, Ghazi, guys like, God, you have it, dude. You're still a young man. You got it made now. Okay? When I was your age in high school, wearing comic book t-shirts and talking about pro wrestling, I got a lot of, let's beat this kid up. Let's beat up this little fat kid who likes comic books. Hey, fatty, you think I'm making it up? I'm just saying, baby. It's all right. We've inherited the earth. The geek have inherited the earth. You feel me? This is our planet now. Believe that. Thomas, following up. It's been a long time ago. He was great to meet and sign an autograph. I have pick and photo. Excellent. Well done, Thomas. Yeah, Carlos said they had too many members. I get that. But like anything else, dude, like anything else, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know. Timothy pointing out wrestlers paying tribute to Scott Hall and Dynamite. Yeah, it's coming from all corners of the business for sure. Keep them coming, kids. Give me your favorites. What's your favorite Scott Hall moments in WCW and WWF as Razor Ramon? Everybody's talking about the ladder match with Shawn Michaels. Give me something no one's talking about. Give me a promo or give me a match or give me a moment. Jamel says, try being a black guy who wore comic tees and wrestling tees. Jamel, if I can say this without being disrespectful, try being the black guy, right? I mean, it's a black guy and a nerd. I get it. And again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything like that, but no, I can't imagine. It was hard enough being the white guy that's a nerd. I can't imagine what you had to listen to. I get it. I get some of it. You know what I mean? I get some of it. Yeah. Let's see. Orlando. I love the phrase when Scott Hall said, hey, yo, he was a great wrestler. I agree. Very underrated as a wrestler, in my opinion. Scott's working punch, Rock stole it from him. I don't care what anybody says. Scott had that punch first, kids. Now, this is not Tom telling you any backstage stuff. I didn't look anything up, all right? I'm just telling you what I know to be true. Scott Hall's working punch with the right, and he's slapping the leg at the same time. Rock did that shit after Scott, okay? I'm just saying. Shannon says, my first ever wrestling shirt was on NWO. I had to have it so I could be cool like Scott Hall. I never got an NWO shirt. If I did, I would want to have Wolfpack. You know what I mean? Wolfpack is back, causing mass destruction. Let's see. Reggie says, happy birthday to the model, Rick Martel. Is his birthday? I didn't know that. Sheree says, 1, 2, 3 Kid versus Razor Ramon. I'll go with that. When Hall and Nash beat up and put Bischoff through the table before they revealed him to be the mastermind behind the whole thing. Ghazi pointing out that Razor was the first 4-time Intercontinental Champion. Good call. Good call. That's some good metrics there. Jamel says we have inherited the earth. Indeed. Yeah, his Hall of Fame speech. Go look it up, kids. It's really, really good. Will says rebranding Hulk Hogan into Hollywood Hogan. What a time to be a fan. I submit now is an amazing time to be a fan. But when the Attitude Era started and the Monday Night Wars kicked off, amazing. It's fascinating. Pivotal moment in the business for this generation, for sure. Alma says WCW when Scott Hall confronted Eric Bischoff and made the first NWO promo. You want a war? You got a war. Yeah. And Sting's first promo against them was, you know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby. What's up, Gary? Gary says the greatest mic man. Ooh, that's tall. That's high praise. That's high praise. Very good on the mic. Very captivating. Jeffrey says Razor versus Goldust. All the interactions up to the match were awesome. And Scott didn't want to work him because of all the gay undertones, the homosexual undertones and stuff. Yeah. Crazy how that is testament to how good Dustin was. Right? Am I right? Proof positive of how good he is. Tina pointing out X-Pac. I mean, without Scott Hall, X-Pac doesn't have a career. Think about what we're talking about here, kids. There's no NWO. There's no Razor Ramon. Because this gimmick was coming up. It was not like, I got an idea for a dead wrestler, pal. Let's put this guy in it. I mean, Razor Ramon doesn't happen. The NWO doesn't happen. Somewhere along in there, Sean Waltman doesn't get a career. Sting doesn't become the Crow. I mean, that's 4 pretty big things, isn't it? People talk about, well, Sean had that ladder match with himself. Hogwash. He had to have it with somebody, okay? So maybe that ladder match doesn't happen. Now we're up to 5 things that Scott Hall directly influenced. 5 things. Being in DDP's life. That's 6. How many people did DDP inspire and help later because of Scott? You see what I'm saying? Rick Thibodeau, what's up? We all should post a Hall of Fame speech to our Facebook. The ending of bad guys don't. Yeah. Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Right? Tina, if I were Nash, I'd be taking it. I'd be taking it hard as well. Chad says I had NWO for life shirt. I just never got one, dude. Donnie Taylor, what's up, my friend? Thank you for watching the show. Hall of Fame speech, hard work pay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, great line. Great line. Cody is working again. I saw him on Twitter yesterday. He is taking bookings again. So good for him. Ray's got to put over his boy. You guys know that, right? Jamel says those Monday Night Wars defined my teenage years. I wasn't a teenager when they happened, but I will tell you that usually it was a room full of about anywhere from 7 to 10 of us every Monday night. We were flipping between WCW and WWE every Monday for like a straight year, 2 years, whatever it was, for real. Sitting there waiting to see who was going to show up this week. He's asking about Patrick. Patrick's never been on the show, has he? You remember my cat's name? E. That's cool. Yeah. So Ron Emerson, what's up, my friend? Welcome back to the show. 123 Kid. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Shane says, will we get a Scott Hall 6M podcast along with Dusty Rhodes? I got to get the right guest on for the Dusty Rhodes episode. I got to get somebody that will gush over Dusty as much as I do. You know what I mean? A Dusty Rhodes appreciation podcast, kind of like Jericho. Maybe a Scott Hall. But we did the NWO. By the way, kids, the first ever episode, Tom Clark's 6M podcast, which happened over 2 years ago now. We're in season 3 now. Time flies. The very first episode was the NWO. There you go, baby. Go look it up. There's all the more reason to go download my stuff. I was about to say the S word and not stuff. I had to censor myself. Reggie says Scott Hall should have been WWE champion. One of those names, Reggie, for sure, like Piper, like Valentine, and for different reasons, right? But Kurt Hennig, one of those names where it's like, why wasn't he? I guess Vince and company just didn't see him as being world champion material. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know that for a fact, but you would have to imagine that's what we're talking about, which is unfortunate. But yeah, dude, let's see. I thought I'd share a couple other photos here, just because it's the guy we're talking about. But yeah, I guess they just didn't look at him like that. You know what I mean? It's a shame because you always think about what could have been, what would a Scott Hall world championship run, world title run look like? You know what I mean? What would that look like? How would they have handled it? How would they have booked him? Would he have been a heel? Would he have been a face? It's good questions. You know what I'm saying? Ghazi says, don't forget his and Nash's WCW contracts changed how WWE signed talent. Excellent point. Hall and Nash got paid. You want to know what's important about that? Hall and Nash got paid. If you missed it, Hall and Nash got paid. I'm a big believer in the talents of this industry getting paid. Okay? People complain about NBA salaries. They complain about NFL salaries. They complain about sometimes baseball and even hockey. Stop. This is what I'm saying. Multi-millions of dollars, Tom. How do you justify that? You want to know how I justify that? Because the owners will always, always, always make more off the guy than the guy will make from the owners. If the player's a millionaire, the owner's a billionaire. And if that much money is going to be thrown around for that team, then the players deserve to get paid every penny they can possibly get. And I feel the same way for pro wrestling. They're putting their bodies on the line. Most pro wrestlers in their 30s and 40s wake up every single day of their lives and have to manage pain. Now, hopefully they're not managing it with pills or substances or anything like that. But every single day, there's a different level of pain that they will live with for the rest of their lives. Now, I know what you're thinking. No one told them to do this for a living, Tom. You're right. But let's all remember that the next time we stand up and cheer at a wrestling event. Let's remember that guy didn't have to do all that for you, and he did it for you. See what I'm saying? To entertain you. He brought you to your feet and made you clap. So don't look down on him later. See what I'm saying? Don't begrudge these guys their money. Jeff says, hello, Jeffrey Peter. Welcome to the show. I watch WWE Raw live, then either recorded Nitro or watch the immediate replay. Usually we watch them back to back or, at the same time. Remember my cat's name, but not the boy. The boy is Wesley. Let's see. Alma says, here's a thought. If Scott Hall become WCW champion, could he had been the one to take over booking, if not for his demons and addiction? Maybe. We'll never know, but maybe. I'll tell you this. When Wolfpack was red hot, Scott kind of got red hot again. And I actually vividly remember that little frame of time there and talking to a friend of mine saying, I would love to see Scott Hall lead a black and blue faction of the NWO. Black and blue versus the black and red, or red and black and the blue and black. I think that would have been awesome. I think it could have worked. Would it have worked long term? Maybe not. Maybe not. Shane says, one of my favorite moments is when Hall and Nash cattle prodded Hogan. Well, they did it to Goldberg. I didn't remember them do it to Hogan. Did they? Chad says, I'd like to see Tom, Chris Featherstone. Shout out to Chris Featherstone, Pancakes and Power Slams kids. Go check out his show. Great dude. For WWE bookers. They can't afford me. I'm just saying. Keith says, would have lasted a week and he would have lost it to Bret Hart. He brought some level of prestige to the IC title. Would have lasted a week and what are you talking about? The world title? You don't know that. How you know that? No disrespect, Keith. None of us know what could have happened. It's all speculation. Scott says, I remember exactly where I was and what I was doing when Scott came through the crowd at WCW for a first time. Only wrestling moment I can do that with. That's how huge it was for me. Excellent. Game changer. Game changer. Carlos says, if you saw the documentary of the Monday Night Wars, Hall and Nash got more money from billionaire Ted because Ted thought they were going back. Yeah. I remember that. They actually thought they were going back because Jim Ross announced Diesel and Racer were going to be on the show on Raw. And it was just two imposters. One of them was Kane. So there you go. She says, I still can't believe they're only getting $150 a night and only getting booked maybe 15 shows a year. Watch the interview. That's one of the reasons. The promoter's going to pay as little as possible. It's different on the indie circuit because what happens is, I'm not going to tell you what happens. I don't let it out the bag. I got to have some form of kayfabe here, kids. But that's not how it works on the indie circuit. But when you're under contract, yeah, they basically can do whatever they want to do, honestly. Indie wrestling doesn't work that way. You don't get what you want, you don't go. You don't accept the booking, right? That's kind of how it works. Chris says, I was flipping channels back and forth when Monday Night War was going on. Same here. Hey, Mark, how are you? Yes, sir. We're talking about Scott Hall for sure. Oh, my God. Toby. Okay, there's 7 things that Hall directly influenced. If no NWO, no Bullet Club. That means no Finn Balor. That means no GOD. Yeah, no Bad Luck Fale, who started his own dojo training other wrestlers. It's all connected. Scott's responsible for a lot more than anybody maybe would ever want to give him credit for, right? I think so. Toby, well done. Kids, we as I said before, it's up to you guys what you want to do about, how long we spend on Scott Hall today. We can continue to do the whole show on that if you'd like to, or we can move on to the next thing. It seems weird to move on to a next thing. Do you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm okay with it if you guys are. We've only got a couple more headlines today, but if you guys want to, we'll wrap this up. And we'll move on to a couple more things that happened this week, and then we'll take it home at the top of the hour. 7 Degrees of Scott Hall. Well done, Ray. Well done. Too sweet. Thank you, Shannon. Tim's ready to talk about some Dynamite. Yeah, if you guys are ready, honestly, he's in our thoughts. Let me finish this up. Not with tears, hopefully, again. Let me finish this up by saying that Scott Hall will never be forgotten. He made an impact on this business that very few guys have or will ever make. And we'll see. We'll see in time how his legacy is regarded, but I would say it's going to be very favorably. Before we move on, Sugar Shane says, I have a question. Do you remember Steven Regal, Lord Steven? Yeah, Steven Regal, who fought Scott Hall. He is not William Regal, is he? Never looked it up. Okay, you're talking about the Steven Regal that tagged with Jimmy Garvin in the AWA? That was not William Regal. William wasn't in the States at that time. That was somebody else, and I don't think his real name was Steven Regal. In England, William Regal was Steven Regal, but when he came over here, of course, he became William because there was already a Steven Regal in the business. Timothy says Scott Hall would love for us to talk about wrestling. You know what? I'll buy that for $1. How many of you kids saw Thunder Rosa defeating Britt Baker for the AEW World Women's Championship or Women's World Championship or Women's Championship or World Women's of the World? I don't know what they call it. What a match. Was this better than their match from a year ago? What do you guys think? What's your opinion? What do you think about that? Was this better than their match? Were they, went nuts? Ray really putting over Adam Cole again. Tim, brother, I forgot. Hey, everybody. Tim was there Wednesday night. Tim, talk to us about how the show was. How awesome was it? Did you have fun? Looked like a fun show. Tell us about it, dude. Jamel said the cage made it better. I agree. I was going to say disagree. I agree. Totally. Toby says, so obvious. But I'm happy for Thunder. Yeah, for sure. I agree. Christopher Wilson says it was a good match. I did not see. Listen, full disclosure, I've been very busy with work stuff this week, if I can be real with you. I've not watched any tributes. I may catch up on some of them, but I've not watched any thus far. So there you go. Yeah, it was Thunder's time. It was Thunder Rosa's time for sure. Yeah, I agree, Ray. Excellent entrance. I really enjoyed that Dynamite. Really good show. Don't forget Rampage comes on. Yeah, that's right. Rampage got a late start. Thank you, Jeffrey, for reminding us all of that. Timothy says it was loud. I really enjoyed it from the start. I was like a kid out there. Aren't we all? Yeah, dude. Good for you, man. I'm glad you had fun, man. Ray's calling me out. Guess what? Again, I'm doing some work stuff on the laptop, which is here. And I was working away doing my thing. And then all of a sudden, oh my God, like I had the show ready to roll, forgot the coffee. Isn't that something? It'll be okay. Chad. Oh, Chad. Ray coming for you, Chad. Believe that. Chad talking about Kyle O'Reilly makes Cole relevant. Timothy says Britt got booed loud when she came out. Yeah, dude. Good. Let people play along. You know what I mean? Toby asking for the DMD button. We are talking about her. I mean, I could just hit it. I typically don't do buttons on command because what am I, a dancing monkey? But here you go. Hey, you go, boy. I don't know where that came from. Cherie says, went to an indie show this weekend, got to meet AW Dark Order. 5, Chris Angels, Ty Valkyrie, and Charlie Haas. Charlie Haas. That's the name I took from all that. Excellent. Good for you. Yeah, don't spoil Rampage. Anybody spoils Rampage gets kicked out the show. Uh-oh. Everybody, I'm going to remind everyone here again, we're at 28 likes. If you will, get us to 30. If anyone watching has not got us to 30, if you've not shared the feed, you're doing life wrong. Make this happen for me. You know I love you guys. Love me back. I'm just saying. Okay, Ray. Ray says, I'm going May 11th. I'll wear your shirt because you my dude. Ray, picture or it never happened, Ray. I want a selfie with you and the wife. Talking about. You take good selfies, Ray. I'm just saying. Make that selfie happen, Ray. And tag Tom Clark's main event and tag me. Hashtag Tom Clark's main event. That's cool. You know I always take care of you, Ray. Take care of your boy. Jamie, I don't know what this means, but I'm putting it up. These old folks lining up at Costco like they're... I don't know what you're talking about, but I think it's hilarious. Shannon said, Britt will be just fine with that title. Yeah, no, she does need the belt. Nah. And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. A lot of typical conversations we have about certain other companies in the space don't apply to AEW. You want to know why? Well, lots of reasons, but not the least of which is a lot of stuff that AEW does doesn't fall apart. My opinion. Jamel talking about Costco opens in 15 minutes. Man, you out there too, though, Jamel. You're out there too. Okay? Yeah, Timothy, please do. Next week. Yeah, please do. Ray, the boy's fine. I don't see him a lot. He comes home and goes straight to his room or he goes straight to his buddy's house. My kid's 13 and he's lives in touch with my kid. I love him to death. He still lives in my house, for God's sake, but you wouldn't know it. I got to take the kid and go do something with him, man. I'm just, I mean, years ago, I've always threatened to sell him to the gypsies, and I came close, but like that ship has sailed, federal prison and whatnot. Not a good look for me. I'm too pretty to be in jail. All right. So I might have to think of something else. I mean, I don't want to just take him and set him out there on the road somewhere. He's at an age now where he can walk to a payphone or walk to get help or hitch a ride to come back home. So I might have to figure out something. I guess I'll just take him and hang out with him somewhere. He says, do you think you'll ever have part of the show about mental health and how sometimes it relates to addictions? I don't know if this is the platform for it, E, but I'm okay with experimenting in other avenues. Can I be honest with you? There's part of me that wants to do something, whether it's local or it's online or something I don't know. Like I've never had an addiction in my life. I'm just a survivor from a family that lost someone. Okay. So I don't know what my avenue would be, but it's interesting. I actually sincerely thought about that. Jamel says, I'm watching you, not lining up to fight. Nice. Cherie wishing me happy birthday. Everyone be more like Cherie. Oh, wait. Cherie's wishing somebody else happy birthday. I apologize. Look, everyone's wishing Molly happy birthday. Hey, Molly, where are you? Happy birthday, Molly. Molly, today's Molly's birthday. Molly, mine's Monday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I'm not singing. Once I sing, everybody's going to expect it. I sang one time and everybody expected it. Danny giving us the customary, the obligatory, hey, yo, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. King Adam Cole, Jeff Hardy, Jungle Boy, and Thunder Rosa. I got the loudest pop. I could see that for sure. I know what a payphone. Shut up, E. E calling out my age. I see how you are. I know how you roll, man. I know all about you, E. You're not fooling me. A payphone did come out wrong. Shut up, E. You're gonna become like my Brandon Cutler. Shut up, Brandon. It's good. How about them Hardys, huh? They're not the Hardy Boys anymore, kids. They're the Hardys. I get it. Branding. I don't know if they can call themselves the Hardy Boys on national television. I'm sure they can at indie events, but not national television. That's okay. And honestly, it could have been their decision for all I know. Let's brand ourselves the Hardys, right? It's all good. They looked good. It was a long match. Jeff hasn't lost a step. I submit Matt still looks really good. It's poetry in motion. I want to see the Hardys versus them boys. I want to see everybody versus them boys, but I also want to see the Hardys versus everybody. So yeah, I'm all for it. Are you guys down with it? I've seen some hate thrown Jeff's way because people are dumb. So, I agree. The match was good. That's right. Sting's birthday is the 20th. His birthday is the day before mine. There you go. But I'm not as old as Sting. Everybody understand that. Toby says, I started a discussion in my area for addiction. It really helped me and many others. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll do that. I just don't know if am I the guy to start talking about it? That's like me speaking at Alcoholics Anonymous. I've never drank alcohol in my entire life. I'm really not the guy to speak there. It's kind of how I feel about this other stuff. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Vig says, what's up, Vic? Vic, did you just get here? I wonder how many internet trolls' heads blew up when Chris Jericho says, Double V, Victor. So, Vic, here's the deal. And y'all know this, okay? Y'all know this already. How does Chris Jericho get over as a heel? They're singing his song. He looks amazing. Does. He's a top guy. He's a top face. Huh? How's he get over as a heel? by standing in the ring of a pro wrestling promotion and calling himself a sports entertainer. It is brilliance. It is a stroke of genius. Chris Jericho is Rembrandt. I don't care what anybody says. Come at me. I don't care. Talk to me about his age. I don't care. I care less. Chris Jericho's career is still going because Chris Jericho understands how to reinvent himself. He mentioned his former best friend, Kevin. Okay. So, there you go. I love this guy. Were you not sports entertained? Were you not sports entertained? It reminded me of the Jay-Z song. What more can I say? Tim says, I can't believe I saw. Yeah, Sting's the man, dude. He's still the man. I don't care what anybody says. Sugar Shane says, do you think Sammy G will confront Jericho about his promo? Honestly, I think they need to separate them and just leave them apart. Let Sammy do his thing. Let Chris do his thing. I don't know if I go back to it. I get why they would. I personally don't think it's necessary, in my opinion. That's my answer. William Regal, kids, if you have not listened, speaking of Jericho, if you have not listened to part 1 of the William Regal episode on Chris Jericho's podcast, get the tissues, my friends. It is extremely powerful. This guy has been at death's door many, many times. And a few of those times didn't know he was there. It's a captivating listen. Go download Talk as Jericho, the episode with William Regal, just dropped a couple of days ago. You will not be sorry, but prepare yourselves. It is, I'm in the car getting emotional listening to him. I love William Regal, dude. Good for him. This is someone else that the Demons didn't win. You know what I mean? They didn't win. They tried, they didn't win. So good for him. I endorse it. Go listen to it. It's excellent. And the stuff the guy went through, insane. Tim, I'm not putting up your comment about the Danhausen, Tim. No, Tim. Don't make me curse you, Tim, because I'll do it. I'm just saying. Garcia will benefit so much from working with Jericho. Daniel Garcia standing in a ring on national television saying, I'm a sports entertainer. This is show business, folks. That's what show business is. You know all that wackadoodle stuff they do in NXT? The girl that like wrestles in her pajamas or whatever she calls that, what she does in the ring, whatever. No disrespect. It's all show business. But it's what entertains you. For me personally, I don't watch NXT 2.0 anymore, not to soapbox. I personally don't find it entertaining anymore. Now, some people do. Some people watch Dynamite and think it's hot garbage. I personally don't. I find it entertaining. Okay. Not all of it, but a good bit of it. All right. But that's just me. But it's all show business. All of it. All of it. Okay. Let's never forget that. This is just show business. And here's something else I'll say before I click off this and go to the next thing. All of William Regal's surgeries and everything that, not essentially, everything that saved his life, guess who paid for all that? Including open heart surgery. Guess who paid for all that? WWE paid for all that. They didn't have to do any of it. They paid for all of it. No matter what we say about that company, how they do business on TV, no matter what we say about that company, how they release talents left and right, like it doesn't matter. They directly impact people's livelihoods, which they do, and I'm not backing down from that, and I never will, okay? They go on live television and make fun of the fact they just release people and impacted their livelihoods. I'll never back down from that, and I never will. There's also a weird yin and yang effect to that company where they also take care of people and pay for rehab, pay for surgery, pay for this, that, and the other thing. It's a very bizarre wackadoodle. It's a mind F. You know what I mean? It really, really is, dude. It's really, really is. So, yeah. Molly asking what I think about WWE hiring Santino Marella's daughter. I think they'll have fun with it, and I think you'll see Santino back on TV in short order. Killer Cross has called out Minoru Suzuki. April 1st, I think it is, New Japan Lone Star Shootout in Tejas. This is going to be a fun match. And number one. Number two, I'm not used to seeing Killer Cross with hair. It's kind of weird. It's going to be good. Suzuki's going to give him what for, and Cross going to give him what for back. And I think Suzuki wins this. In my opinion, Suzuki wins, but I could be wrong. I feel like I'm bald right here. It's staring me in the face. Do I look bald to you? As I get older, the hair tends to keep getting thinner and thinner and thinner. I'm very vain. I'm not too vain. I'm just a little concerned about it. Do you guys want to see Killer Cross in New Japan? I'm actually really, really anxious for it. Christopher, what's up? The black and gold brand was amazing when Triple H was in charge. I could not agree more. When it was Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano's show. Thanks for the memories. Just saying. Here's a quick Rampage preview before we move on with the rest of our lives. No spoilers, else you get kicked out the chat. Max Caster versus Keith Lee. Trios match. Bear Country and Fuego del Sol versus House of Black. Let's see. Legit Layla Hirsch versus Red Velvet. Darby Allin versus The Butcher. Now, I know what you're thinking. Tom, how can you not spoil this? You know who's going to win everything. By the way, it's booked. Maybe. I think Hirsch and Velvet could go either way. Does that count for anything? What do you want for nothing? Rubber biscuit? Here's the numbers, kids. This week's Dynamite, 993, up from last week's 945. Rampage, hadn't happened yet. Don't know. Tell you next week. Last week was 526,000. There's your numbers, kids, for the Dynamite and for Rampage. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at the top of the hour, you wanted the best. You got the best. The hottest free agent in the land. My special guest. Surprise. You ready? Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes! Cody! Cody! He's not here? Still not here, huh? Did you get, like, the stuff I said that he wanted? Did you get that? No? None of it? Oh, you did. He hasn't called back yet. We can't. I mean, we're texting him. What would you just let me know? Can we get him on the phone? I'm sorry, it's embarrassing. We don't have him yet. Ooh, yikes. Supposedly, according to what the world is saying on the internets, Cody Rhodes is going to face Seth freaking Rollins at WrestleMania. Now, I don't know what's going on. Thank you, Tina. Tina got my back, yo. Tina, peaches and power bombs, kids. Make it happen. Tina, thank you for being on last week, my friend. You're awesome. Everyone go check out Peaches and Power Bombs with Tina Miller and Sarah Hirsch. I'm stealing this, Toby. I'm stealing it. I'm never taking it down. Cody is riding around with Veer. That's metal right there. That's awesome. I love it. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Oh, love it. This is so good. Yeah, where's my Monty Python fans? Where are you? Show of hands. The Holy Grail. Sir Lancelot, when John Cleese is running with the sword, and the guards are like looking, and he's still running, and he never gets closer. That's Veer coming to Raw. I've posted that GIF a few times. It's so funny. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Chad got on the train also about Veer. Well done. Will says, who premieres first, him or Veer? Yes. That's my answer. Sugar Shane says, do you think Big E's career is over? No. Number one. And number two, I hope not. We've seen guys recover from a lot worse than this, haven't we? Let's see. Carlos says, could be true that he left, went on the AEW website. He's not on the roster page. So is Brandy. Oh, no, he's gone. He's gone. They're no longer with AEW. Everyone's saying it's a work. Nah, it's not a work. Tim, to remind everybody, Rampage tonight, 11:30. Well done, Tim. Thank you once again for the reminder. Guess what, kids? That's basically what I got for you. The Smackdown Preview. Get ready, kids. Brace yourselves. Tonight, Brock Lesnar to collide with Roman Reigns ahead of WrestleMania. I know what you're thinking. What's that mean? I don't know either. Straight from the horse's mouth to the rider's ear. I don't know why I said that. After suffering a steel step onslaught at the hands of the Bloodline during a Madison Square Garden live event, let's see, an irate WWE champion Brock Lesnar is on a mission to get even with Universal Champion Roman Reigns and dish out the full retribution that is the beast. You know, I can't put that on the show because you know what'll happen? Pull it down. Throw them in Facebook jail, pal. Can't do anything. You can't do anything. I can't even put a picture. I can't do it. If I do a video, they pull it down. I can't. Why? 3 seconds? Can't do it. Pull it down. Pull it down. Jumpin' Jeff says that was such a bad drop. Wonder if Ridge would. No, and he shouldn't. He shouldn't. If you start holding guys responsible for injuring other guys, where does it stop? Where does it end? I'm not going to disagree with you, but I have a better idea for you. Stop getting dropped on your head. Stop. I'm looking at you, Tetsuya Naito. Stop getting dropped on your head. Wrestlers. Back bumps. Face bumps. Stop getting dropped on your heads. These high impact moves that make us all go, oh, oh, oh. It's great. Show business, Tom. What'd you just say? All right. But what I'm telling you is stop getting dropped on your heads. For God's sake, dude. Be safe. Be safe. Linda is so late. Good morning. We talked a lot about Scotland. Go back and watch this show. Please. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think anybody should be blaming anybody for anything. I mean, we don't think Ridge feels bad enough. So, yeah, I just don't see that. All right, kids. Gene asking where Ruby Soho is. If I knew, I'd tell you. I have no idea. This week's Raw, 1.7 million. Last week, it's basically the same. NXT, 642, up from last week's 545. SmackDown, hadn't happened yet, right? Last week, 2.2 million. Guess what, kids? At least the open floor. It's after 1 o'clock, top of the hour. Let's do this. Ray, we all patiently await your query, Ray. We missed Ray's question last week. I messaged him after the show was over, and I said, Ray, you okay? Is everything all right? I missed him. See, Tim said it too, right? Waiting for Ray Dean's question. Oh, Ray was ready. Ray had that sucker prepped. He was like, I'm going to beat him. Send, right? My man, Ray. Where you at? Rex in Effect or Digital Underground? Ooh, good question. No, there's a two-parter. 2-pack or DMX. And if Adam Cole come to your house with a big pot of chicken soup and there was extra, could I have? And afterward wanted to play cornhole in your background, in your backyard, maybe? Digital Underground and DMX all day. Yes, of course. Chicken soup. How about chicken wonton soup? Saying, spice it up. Yeah, of course you can. You kidding me? All day. Tina says Ruby's on dark, unfortunately. Don't say unfortunately. I get what you mean. I wouldn't say unfortunately. I would say she's getting used. She's getting exposure. She's still there. She should be back on Dynamite and pay-per-views. Absolutely. They've got a lot of ground to cover with a lot of talents. Dark and Elevation are important platforms for them to get talents over and to utilize talents in different ways on different social media platforms. So I'm okay with it. Is she okay with it? That's what we don't know. Is she okay with it? That's the real key, isn't it? Because you could hate it and I could be okay with it. What does she think? Because she might agree with you, Tina. Christopher said, did Quinn McKay go to NXT? I don't know. Did she? If she did, I didn't know because I don't watch it. Ray said, or excuse me, E says, why am I your favorite viewer? Well, Ray might have something to say about that. Molly, happy birthday to you, my friend. Have a great day. Chad says, what do you think about the name change, Butch? So I put on my Facebook the other day about Butch, and I'm like, this company, man. Yeah, that's all I said. Like, I'm not watching. I just, very simple. And someone decided they were going to school the guy who's been writing about pro wrestling for 10 plus years, who's been in the business, who's in the business now, who works behind the scenes of a pro wrestling company, who's interviewed top names in this business, who's bumped in the ring, who's got color in the ring before. And you're going to sit there and tell me, well, Tom, they got to own the name, Tom. It's what they do. It's just that this what they changed them so they can own it. They can't own Pete Dunne. I got news for you, pal. Pete Dunne's not his real name. It's not. So don't bring that to me. I appreciate someone trying to, I guess, be cute or whatever that was supposed to have been. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. You know what I mean? It's all right. It's all good. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. My only point was it's already silly. So why are we doing this? What's up, Dane? Dane, I love the Knight Rider thing. That's cool. You can't blame Ridge Holland because he was still inexperienced and got called up, and you wouldn't blame Oney Lorcan for breaking Ridge's ankle during the spot. No one's blaming anybody. I don't think they should. I agree with you. Also, Quinn McKay's the ring announcer. Well, good for her. She got work. You know what I mean? Good for her. What's up, Harry Bernard Taylor? What's up, my friend? Harry, while you're here, plug your podcast, brother, because I'll come be straight with you. I've forgotten the name. No disrespect, dude, but plug your show while you're here. Those headshots are doing permanent damage, and the lingering effects will hurt those wrestlers' quality of life down the road. I could not agree more. 100%. Overhead belly to belly is a very dangerous move. It's not that you can't take it. It's not that it can't be done, but you're right. On the floors, yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Happy for Charmel. It's another reason for Booker T to put that company over every second of every day as if they're always perfect. I like Booker. No disrespect. It's a whole other conversation. But I'm happy for her. It's an interesting fit. But that Hall of Fame it's not voted on. We've been through this. The Hall of Fame means as much as the Hall of You know what the Hall of Fame means? It means something to the people in it. Because what it means to you, it may not mean to me, and vice versa. Honestly. So Toby, I agree with you. Roxy has something to be. I hope it works out as well. Oh, I like that idea. A survey of one more for the bad guys or for the good guys. Yeah, I'm down with that. Jeff, you saw that, did you? Wasn't that something? I barely said anything. Chris, dude, I have no. So I've always called myself a Tar Heels guy. I am in North Carolina. I've never been a Duke guy. Okay, but honestly, I just don't catch college basketball. If I watch basketball, it's pro level. That's just me. I don't have anything against the game, but no, I'm not watching. Timothy endorsing AEW Live. There you go. AEW tends to put on a really fun live show, fun event. We're getting ready to take this home, kids. Let's get a few more. We're going to get cracking on the weekend. Sugar Shane says, Tom, you know I like to compare new and old school. How about the House of Black against Kevin Sullivan and his followers in the old Florida Championship Wrestling? I love that. Like compare, not in a match, right? Because a match would be too much. I love the idea. There's only ever going to be one Kevin Sullivan. You know what I mean? Kevin Sullivan was one of a kind, but I get the comparison and I'm down with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, I'm down with it. There we go. Kids, go check out the Straight Up Wrestling Show on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Harry. You're awesome. Ray says I'm the favorite. Double V, Victor Vasquez. Oh, I'm glad you asked. Saturday, June 18th, Municipal Event Center, 29 Logan Street, Marion, North Carolina. HVW Arrival. I'm not going to tell you how many matches. It's a lot. It's a big card. We got some big names. Can't wait to tell you. I'm working on some graphics and stuff right now. Working on some video production, a little bit of that here and there. So, yeah, it's going to be fun, dude. Keep your eyes open. Everyone go follow High Velocity Wrestling on the Facebook. You'll know it when you see the black and purple logo. That's us, High Velocity Wrestling. Go follow it. Check it out. The page is growing and expanding. Our social media is blowing up at the moment, so that's good. Tim said it was a huge long line to go into the Freeman Coliseum. Same thing at All Out last year. It wrapped. It went around, and it went down, up the sidewalk, to the side of the road, and around the back of the building. It was insane. But I think, as Tina pointed out last week about the Fan Fest being a nightmare, AEW, logistically speaking, when they put boots on the ground, it's not pretty. It's rough because they're not organized. Their organization sucks. Thank you, Shan. I appreciate you, my dear. Thank you very much. Let's see. Yeah, let's see how boy. Ray says Heard Taz took a shot at Rich for the Big E mess. It's his prerogative. His prerogative. Oh my God, Toby trying to pick a bone with me. You bone picker. You want a nickname? You're the bone picker. No, I'm kidding. Been here 2 years without a nickname. Well, it's got to be good, Toby. You got to earn it, man. 2 years. Talk to me in 2 more years. We'll see where you're at. I'm just kidding. We got to come up with something good, man. Toro. You know what I mean? Like J-Lo. T-Row. T-Row. How you feeling, T-Row, Toby? Oh, that might be okay. You feeling that or no? Let me know. Toby. Da, 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 da. All right, kids. Come on now. We're going to get out of here. Give me a couple more here. We're going to take this thing home. V says, AW's finally coming to Los Angeles. Yes, absolutely. Too Cold Scorpio going to march that TNT championship into the building. Believe that. I told everybody last week. Anybody that suggested to me that Scorpio Sky was going to lose the TNT championship, what'd I say? What did I say then? I said it then, I say it now. I was right. Yes, sir. Your boy was right again, because there's no way MJF was going to just let that go, that Wardlow screwed him. No chance. And so they didn't. It happened on Dynamite. People need to learn to listen to me. I'm smart. Carlos says, look at the first 10 minutes as Dynamite Luchasaurus accidentally grabbed Adam Cole in his junk. I don't want to go back and see that. Ugh. Shannon, I got no business having cake. Having said that, I'm a sucker for peanut butter. If it's peanut butter related, dude, you could lure me to my death with a promise of peanut butter. A peanut butter related dessert. I'm like Jeff Pesci and Goodfellas when I go in and go, oh, what the, and blam, I'm dead. You know what I mean? That's the truth. I'd be looking for peanut butter. Like, oh, free peanut butter cake? What? Blam. That's not funny. If that happens to me, won't everyone feel bad? Jeez. No, let's hope that doesn't happen to me. That would suck. That's not a way to end the weekend right there. Oh, so Tim, when last time we went to Battle of the Belts. It was right after Betty White passed away. And after the show, Justin Roberts let us sing along of a thank you for being a friend. It was awesome. It's on my YouTube channel. Everybody go watch it. Tom says, who is better, Hall and Nash or Hennig and Hall? Hall and Nash had bigger impact. Bigger impact. No one's going to remember Hennig and Hall. No disrespect. But it's Hall and Nash for sure. Ray says what I'm going to do for my 15th birthday. Getting that driver's permit. I'm teaching my kid how to drive, by the way. Through the neighborhood. He's 13. I don't care. What's up, Cam? How's things in the Great White North, my friend? By the way, you're crazy late. I got to get out of here. We're going to have to get out of here. I got stuff to do. Alma says, I'll make you Reese's peanut butter cake. Don't make don't make promises you can't keep, Alma. Don't do that to me. That's not cool, man. It sounds amazing. Chad says, Tom and Jeff Hardy showed up to help Matt. It cracked me up when he's... Yeah, I know. My brother's getting killed. I got to do this first, you know? Yeah. It's fun. It's fun. Weird. It's fun. Thank you guys. I appreciate you wishing me a happy birthday. Yes, sir, Keith. We just covered it. High Velocity Wrestling returning Saturday, June 18th at the Municipal Event Center, 29 Logan Street, Marion, North Carolina. All the stars of HVW coming your way with HVW Arrival. I can do this stuff in my sleep, baby. Toby, you keep saying things like Go Duke. You're never going to get any name from me, boy. You better know that. I'm saying. All right, I'm getting out of here. Yes, Chris, the plan is to stream the show. We will update you the closer we get to June 18th. All right, kids, we're going to get out of here. Listen, man, I appreciate all you guys as always. You guys are the freaking best. Best in the world. I got the best fans in the world, baby. I don't care what anybody says. Not that they're saying otherwise. That denotes that people are saying otherwise. Isn't that weird? I get cliche sayings and I get them stuck in my head and I get stuck on them all the time. It's all right. It's all good. All right, folks. Everybody have the best weekend. Again, when I have news to share about professional things here and there, hopefully good news, I'll share them with you. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. We're going to be back once again next week. Watch you some pro wrestling this weekend, kids. Send Scott Hall's social media accounts well wishes. I'm sure that the accounts are still up and running. And you probably about guaranteed their family's still looking at the account. So I'm sure it would mean a lot. The more messages they get, I'm sure they've received hundreds of thousands of well wishes to the family and stuff. So if you guys would be so inclined to do that, I'm sure it'd mean a lot to them. Thank you guys for indulging me. Thank you guys for always being there. I appreciate you very much. If you've never watched the show before, this has been Tom Clark's Main Event. Thank you for tuning in. Please go follow Tom Clark's Main Event. Subscribe and download the podcast today. It'd be great fun. I'd appreciate it. Tom Clark's 6M podcast is movies, music, Marvel, magazines, miniseries, and more. It's a geek culture / pop culture podcast available on all platforms. Please go check it out. It's usually me and a guest co-host. It's a great fun time. And if you're a nerd like I am, and I know hopefully you probably are, you're going to love that show. Tom Clark's Main Event, Tom Clark's 6M podcast. By the way, my podcast business, Pod for Hire, we're taking that sucker live, and we specialize in podcast production. So, if you know of anybody trying to do a podcast, but they don't want to do the work, holler at your boy, because we'll have some discussions and see if we can work up some business. So there you go. I'm getting out of here, kids. Again, thank you, everybody, for watching. Be safe out there, kids. Take care of yourselves and each other. Some Jerry Springer for your Friday. The more I talk, the more trouble I get in. Thank you, kids. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Thanks, kids. Love you guys. Tom Clark's Main Event.